From the pages of WWF Raw magazine, September-October 1996, the rawest, loudest, most unfiltered slice of Titan attitude to hit the shelves yet. The first thing you see is a shocking, unforgettable image. A bloodied Steve Austin on the cover, face twisted in rage, sweat and crimson mixed together, snarling like a rabid pit bull let off the chain. This is not the clean-cut heroism of Hulkamania or the boy-toy sparkle of Shawn Michaels. This is Stone Cold, crowned King of the Ring, birthing Austin 316 and promising to tear down the very foundation of the World Wrestling Federation. The magazine wastes no time letting you know this isn't a puff piece for kids. This is designed for the hardest of hardcore WWF fans, the ones who want the dirt, the attitude, the fights behind the fights. The Informer blasts out rumors that Bret Hart may not be finished, that he could return to reform the Hart Foundation with Owen, Davey Boy, and the Anvil, not for nostalgia, but to drive Shawn Michaels out of the Federation and reclaim family pride. Fan letters pour in with equal fire, some praising the signing of Brian Pillman and calling him the most exciting thing to hit wrestling since Roddy Piper. Others dumping venom on Hulk Hogan's tired act now that he's in WCW, while defenders of Bret Hart insist his reign as champion was the last era of class before Shawn turned the Federation into a vanity project. The rankings hammer home the state of play. Shawn Michaels stands as WWF champion, the poster boy of the new generation, but his crown is under siege from the monster Vader, the returning Ultimate Warrior, the surging Ahmed Johnson, the unpredictable Mankind, and the man on the cover, Stone Cold Steve Austin. The intercontinental scene belongs to Ahmed, with Goldust licking his wounds, Austin lurking in contention, Mankind climbing, Jake Roberts seeking redemption, and Hunter Hearst Helmsley trying to claw his way into relevance. Then the features explode. Brian Pillman, the loose cannon, is spotlighted in a profile that feels more like a police report than a wrestling article. On crutches, spewing profanity, alienating promoters, terrifying fans, and even swearing during press conferences, Pillman is portrayed as both the most conceited SOB in the sport and the most captivating. The magazine dares to ask, could this lunatic actually be the new Piper, the chaos agent the Federation has been missing, if his body allows him to step back into the ring? From mayhem, we pivot to sex appeal. Shawn Does Playgirl gives readers a peek into Shawn Michaels' notorious September 1996 Playgirl spread. Writer Judy Cole can hardly contain herself as she gushes over Shawn's bronzed physique, his blue-green eyes, his playful arrogance. She describes his charm as almost overwhelming, confessing that interviewing him was more temptation than journalism. The article cements HBK as the WWF's sex symbol, a crossover act bridging the ring and the glossy pages of mainstream media, with fans and critics debating whether this was bold marketing or Shawn's ego spinning out of control. The magazine then digs into one of the most bizarre nights in WWF history, the night the lights went out in Florence. In May 1996, In Your House Beware of Dog was literally cut short by a blackout, leaving 3 matches lost to television. Here, Raw magazine restores them with vivid detail. Savio Vega stuns the world by beating Austin in a Caribbean strap match, while Ted DiBiase, Austin's manager at the time, stood useless and humiliated. Yokozuna scores a rare pinfall over Vader in Near Darkness, sending Cornette into a rage. And The Undertaker dominates Goldust in a brutal casket match until the lights go out and chaos erupts. Austin, Helmsley, Vader, Isaac Yankem, and even Bradshaw storm the ring, overpowering the dead man and shoving him into the casket. The blackout becomes less an accident and more an urban legend, a night when the Federation seemed to spiral completely out of control. The centerpiece is titled simply, Stone Cold King. It's all about Austin, son. This is the rise of a new icon. From his days as Stunning Steve in WCW, where politics cut his legs out, despite brilliance in the ring, through the Hollywood Blondes with Pillman, to his run as U.S. champion and then his exile, Austin's journey is presented as one long grudge against the world. The article traces his roots in the Dallas Sportatorium, his hatred for backstage politics, his decision to sign with WWF, his wasted time as the ringmaster under Ted DiBiase's wing, and his rebirth at King of the Ring 1996 when he annihilated Jake the Snake Roberts and spat the words that changed wrestling forever. Austin 3:16 says, "I just wicked your ass." The spread is drenched in blood-stained photos. A man transformed by anger, declaring himself the future of the industry, not by corporate design, but by sheer force of will. But the chaos doesn't stop there. Welcome to the Jungle shines a spotlight on Mark Marrow and his manager-turned-wife Sable, presenting them as the Federation's new glamour couple. Goldust Exposed peels back the curtain with provocative imagery and an exploration of the bizarre one's psychological warfare. Tragedy recounts the heartbreaking downfall of Kerry Von Erich, from Texas Tornado glory to his tragic spiral. Greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time allows Shawn Michaels to gloat and brag about his reign with no filter. Jake, unedited, digs into the demons and defiance of Jake the Snake Roberts, giving him space to rant and confess. Fantasy Warfare imagines the ultimate clash, The Undertaker versus Andre the Giant, a dream match never realized, but endlessly debated. Ads scream from every page. Sunny Beach tees, velour towels, tanks, and posters turn her into the merchandising goddess of the Federation. Coliseum Video pushes SummerSlam 96, promising HBK versus Vader, Undertaker versus Mankind, and the Boiler Room Brawl, while the WWF Pro Shop floods fans with every possible shirt, cap, and trinket. Subscription ads beg readers to sign up for Super Saver discounts, promising the most uncensored WWF content in print. By the time you reach the back page, the picture is clear. The World Wrestling Federation of late 1996 is no longer a neon circus for kids. It is darker, edgier, bloodier, and louder. Bret Hart teases a family war. Shawn Michaels struts in Playgirl. Brian Pillman raves like a man possessed. Jake Roberts confesses. Kerry Von Erich is mourned. Goldust blurs gender and sexuality, and through it all, one image stands above the rest. A bloodied, furious Stone-Cold Steve Austin, snarling from the cover. Declaring the dawn of an era where nothing is sacred, nobody is safe, and every promo, every match, every page bleeds attitude.